What is up? Welcome into Drive the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. I got to start it off with this whale said, sorry, Matty B, but I beat you today. I love it. Welcome in. Matty Boy said, bested. There we go. So good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Big Rick, good to see you, man. Big Zach, good to see you, buddy. Edwin said 10.5 hit in the miss game. Thanks, crew. Well done, crew. Well done, Edwin. Let's go. Scotty said hit the like button. Hit the like button indeed. Let's have some fun. All right, let's jump into it. We've got a lot to get to. Scotty, hi, AB. Hi, Scotty. Good to see you, my boy. All right. Well, overs, we got our tails whooped last night. 0-2 in that. We did hit the NBA play. Hornets money line, Spurs money line, Timberwolves money line. Glad to get that. But Ball State, Hawaii, USC, Cal Poly, didn't get those. So, going to look to do a little bit better today in totals. Tizzle said, just locked in Utah team total under 3.5 minus 120. Jackson, Flora, masterclass. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, let's jump into it and let's go. Avi said, Hail State. There we go. Mississippi State. All right, here's what we have. 2 plays and a question. I want them. I want both overs. Give me UCLA and Tennessee over 9. We're down to 9. Ooh, UCLA can hit, boy. Let's go. All right. UCLA, Tennessee, over 9. Pogo said, Illini. Hey, there we go. Illinois, baby. All right. UCLA, Tennessee, over 9. I want in. Florida, Miami, over 11.5. I mean, come on. There's no way that you're going to float, dude, that hanging curve and I'm swinging. I'm cutting. You hang that thing over the plate, I'm going. I want some of Florida Miami tonight. That game's going to be fun. Tony said, I wanted that Florida Miami over and talk myself out of it. Understandable. It's a big game, and let's be honest. All right, Miami can pitch. Florida can pitch. No doubt. Okay. Yes or no? Aubie, lead the charge here. What do we think? Virginia Tech, Texas A&M, over 10. We're getting it at a flat 10. You might even be able to get 9.5. Check your books. Texas A&M's been hitting, and Virginia Tech can hit too. Now, Tony brings up a good point. Ace is going tonight. Absolutely. Friday night, game 1s in series. Yes. So that's why you are seeing low totals. You are seeing them for sure, but I want it. All right. So what do we think there? Drop the chat. We'll talk about these games. Let me know what you think on Virginia Tech, Texas A&M over 10. And then, Aubie, I believe it was you that said, hey, can we start putting together some totals in some AB3, some parlays? Well, what do you think here? Coastal Carolina and Texas over 10. Virginia Tech, Texas A&M over 10. Nebraska and Auburn over 9. What do we think? Plus 557. Now, if you want to, if you could adjust the totals, you could drop every one of these by 2 runs and get yourself at like, I don't know, plus 200, 225. So if you wanted to cut this down, all right, Coastal Carolina, over 8, Virginia Tech, Texas A&M over 8, Nebraska, Auburn over 7. If you have the ability that your book will give you that on some alternates, you might be able to get down. Yeah, Aubie, not bad. Maybe get some alternate spreads. There you go. Right? So I put it up as an option. All right. And, you don't have to go with 3. You could do 2 if you wanted to. Right. But I just wanted to put up some games here, put it in a parlay. Let's see what it looks like. See how it feels. So yeah, I bet it. If you want to have some fun, let's go. If not, I certainly understand, right? We are just in week 3, right? So yeah, you don't have to go too wild. Tony, I took Stanford and UC Santa Barbara plus 103 tonight. Nice. I like that, man. Okay, so let's jump into it. This is the other day. Don't worry about that. We don't really have much weather. You have some humidity in the southeast. Other than that, we're good to go. Oh, that's a great slide. Okay, so the lifesaver indicates totals that we might want to talk about. So let's dive right in. Let me get the banner up. Picks on the bottom. Let's go. All right, UCLA, Tennessee. Now, A total of 9. I want the over. Scotty said, let's get nuts, right? Man, okay. UCLA and Tennessee can pitch. They can throw. Both of them. They're loaded. But, man, they can hit. And UCLA is hitting everything. And I've got to think that Tennessee adjusts a bit. They didn't really hit last weekend. Got to get the bats going, but that can change in an instant. So I'm going to roll with the over 9 here. But is anybody playing the under? Pogo, still think we need to all toss in a few bucks for AB to hire a weather lady. Yes, we do. Yes. We need someone official, 100%. I agree. All right, so I want the over in this game. I'm in. Give it to me. This is going to be one heck of a game. And it's starting at 3 p.m. Central, 4 Eastern. So, yeah. Aubie said, weather is great in the South. Yes, it is. Very nice. Very nice. All right, UT Arlington, Texas. UT Arlington and Arkansas. Nothing for me here. Arkansas is not hitting right now, but at any moment they can explode. But you're playing with a risk there. I mean, UT Arlington, they might score 2. Might. All right, let me pull this full screen. West Virginia, Kennesaw State. All right, West Virginia is mashing right now. Total of 11. I always hate totals when we're playing a Kennesaw State, a Louisiana Tech. Those teams can pitch. Sorry. A lot of games are 7-3, 6-3. But West Virginia's hitting right now, man. That total is very playable. Aubie, so that UCLA game is starting. Apologies. It should be 3 p.m. Central. So these times that are listed should be Central. So it should be 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central. That UCLA, Tennessee. Like this one right here. Yeah, these are 4 o'clock. So, yeah, we've got 50 minutes. All right, Indiana, Western Kentucky. Indiana's favored here. Total of 12.5. Pretty standard fare on that one. I don't have a play on the total. Look, I don't want to buy in too much to Western Kentucky because they are a flawed baseball team, but they're a good baseball team. They could take this from Indiana, and I wouldn't bat an eye. Yeah, we'll keep an eye there. Illinois State, Middle Tennessee. Like I said, I'm 20 minutes from Reese Smith Jr. Field in Murfreesboro. It's nice. It's super nice out here, man. Weather's great. Mid to high, 60s? Like, Aubie's not lying. It's nice. So, yeah. I don't know enough about Illinois State. Middle Tennessee can put up some runs, though. I don't know. Baylor and Ole Miss. All right. So, Ole Miss, and apologies, I'm not going over the money lines. If you want me to, let me know. I didn't want to do it again since we did it this morning. So I didn't want to, have everybody chew their food twice. 10.5. Man, I know that we're leveraged on Ole Miss, right? If you're playing it on the money line, the parlay for the morning show. So I don't want to get too leveraged on this game. But that 10.5 is doable. If you get a good game from Ole Miss and Baylor hangs around, I mean, 8-3, and I'm not saying that Baylor just automatically gets blown out. I'm not saying that, but 7-4. Ole Miss is hitting right now. Rutgers and East Carolina. It's 10.5. I'm worried Rutgers could bring something today. Now, we're on East Carolina. Still with it. Minus 195 on the money line. I'm all in. And nothing is wavered there. But I don't know. East Carolina could show up dominant on Fridays. But that 10.5 is doable. Look out for Rutgers, for real. Shout out to Piscataway, New Jersey. Little RJ swag, do the under. You feeling it? Hey, I mean, yeah, like that's the concern, man. Is like East Carolina could go dominant on Friday. Yeah. Well, East Carolina is a parlay piece. No doubt. Yeah, shoot, I'm on it too. So yeah. RJ, I appreciate it, man. Yeah. And any further thoughts, please drop those in for sure. We need it. Appreciate your help. Appreciate everybody. Yeah, drop those in. Yeah, so again, we're on East Carolina here. Yeah, that game is what it is. All right, Gonzaga and Oklahoma. Oklahoma minus 4.5 on the run line, minus 660. Not a lot that we can do with this. You know, if you wanted to pair an East Carolina type with an Oklahoma, you certainly could. You could bring that Oklahoma into play in a two-leg, parlay. But you're going to have to take a risk on the other side. But to be honest with you, after game one against Arizona State, I would expect Oklahoma to be on the ball. You know what I mean? Like let's be ready to go. I don't want to get too granular with innings, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Oklahoma come out ripping. All right, UC Irvine and Vanderbilt. Okay, let's look at the other side. A total of 14. 14? Now, we're on Vanderbilt, and we love UC Irvine. This is like picking between kids, but Vanderbilt's mashing right now. UC Irvine, not known as a team. They can put up a bunch of runs, but they can. Dudes can play. But more known for their pitching, which Vanderbilt generally is too. That said, though, Vanderbilt is putting massive runs up. They're hitting home runs. I think they're third in the country with 22. They're hitting, man. And I think that opening weekend, I don't think Tim Corbin was kind at all to anyone there. So Tony said, AB, you got to break out the Vandy gear. I don't want to jinx the boys. You're right, though. Isn't this Vegas tourney known for a lot of runs? Yeah, it is. So that's the other thing, too. Yeah, tournament baseball. But, man, all right, so I didn't play it. But if anybody is on the under of, like, if you're just doing, like, the blind test and you look at it, you're like, Irvine and Vanderbilt, 14? Yeah, I'll take that and gamble. I get it. Sam Houston and Oklahoma State, nothing for me on this one. Wright State and Campbell, I'll pull it full screen. Wright State and Campbell, total of 11.5. Again, nothing for me. If this were last year, I would be all over this over. Still need to see more. Fresno State, Stanford. Greg's on Stanford, paired with Grand Canyon from the morning show. Total of 11.5. I'm not betting a Stanford total. It's too risky. Stanford alone is enough of a heart attack in one day. I don't know what you're going to get from Fresno State. 11.5, though. 6-5. Excuse me. 8-3. What do you put the number at Fresno? Like, what would you need to feel comfortable? 4 runs? So you need 8 from Stanford? Tizzle, talk about the Vanderbilt game. I was all over the under 12. Take the under 14. Right? Like, I mean, again, I know that runs get put up, but yeah, man. All right, South Florida, UCF. Total of 10. 10 gets my attention. I don't know, though. I didn't pull the trigger. But you thought of 10, same deal with Boston College and Florida Gulf Coast. I don't know enough. Minus 154, Florida Gulf Coast. All right, Clemson, South Carolina. 10.5. Why do I feel like that hook is coming into play in this game? Clemson, South Carolina absolutely despise each other, and I respect it. Clemson has been known this year for run differential. They could put up 10 runs. They could hold you to 0 very easily. Well, not easily, but they've been doing it a few times. Well, Clemson dog walk South Carolina. I think I agree. Like minus 298. I was surprised it was that. Now, I don't want to jinx the boys now. I don't want to do it to them. But I'm with you in that mindset. I that was the first thing that came to my mind, too. I was like, oh, okay, Clemson. I'm in. All right, Nebraska and Auburn. A total of 9. 9. 5-4 gets you a push. Okay, are there any bettors out there that are saying, bro, if you throw that meat over the plate of a 9 or under in almost anything, I'm in? Because there is a big part of me that has that mindset too. And Nebraska can play. And we know Auburn can play. Now, have the runs been there every game? No, but it hasn't been there for every team every game. I don't have concerns with them. I didn't play it. I mean, we have it in the parlay, right? So you could even knock that down if you wanted to get it at 7. And even still, if it pushes, right, in the parlay, it doesn't break your parlay. 4-3. I mean, so I don't know. But if you're if you're somebody saying, AB, look, I don't want to do 2 money line parlays. You could do say Clemson. We'll just use Clemson as an example. You could do Clemson money line and then take the Nebraska Auburn total down. And I don't have the juice in front of me, but just off the top of my head, you could play Clemson money line and Nebraska Auburn over 7. So I know that we have to get wild with these baseball parlays in the first month of the season in the non-conference portion. I'm not against that mindset, man. You know, if you put, and I'm not saying it has to be Clemson, but, you know, East Carolina, whoever you're feeling, you could start pairing. You know what? We need to do that. All right, enough yap out of me. We'll see y'all tomorrow, books. All right. Iowa and Alabama, total of 12 here. I want to play the over. I want to play the over in every Alabama game, but haven't gotten it yet can count on it. But I think they're close. Iowa's not bad. Florida and Miami, 11.5. Japan said, I'm gonna send it to your email tomorrow, AB. I've got one UFC bet. Hey, I would love it, brother, and everyone else would too. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, so Miami leads the country in home runs, in team runs. They also lead the country in team strikeouts. Japan, you going Jokic triple-double tonight? All right, I'm in. Yeah, so we're gambling here. We are gambling on this game, but it's a fun gamble at 11.5. And here's the deal. Everybody is going to look right at runs, and rightfully so. Either of these teams can cover this by themselves, and that is including how good the opposition is in this game. But they can both throw. I think that they're just not going to waste any time. Just go out and just mash, right? So I'm rolling the over 11.5. It's going to be a fun game. It could be it might be the game of the night. And that's including all of the other awesome games that we have. Tizzle, if you're on DraftKings, see an over you like, but think one team carries it, take the team total. DraftKings won't void that if there's a mercy rule. Love it. You beautiful son of a gun. Nice call, Tizzle. Great work, man. I love this crew. Y'all the best. Little RJ, Florida money line, man. Right? Florida is playing good, man. That's why I wanted the over. I did not want to have to fade Florida. I didn't want to have to fade Miami. I'm right there with you, man. But yeah, you're taking Florida on the money. I cannot blame you. They're playing good, man. Southern Miss, Louisiana Tech. All right, this is a great baseball game. Total of 9.5. This is a low total, and it also scares me. These two teams can pitch. Oh, they can pitch. Japan squad ride. I'm in for it. Tony, bring DraftKings to Florida, please. Yeah, no doubt. All right, so this game scares me, man. That total, it could get blasted, or this could absolutely be 3-2. Oh, my goodness. Southern Miss, you know you're going to get it on the mound. Louisiana Tech, you're going to get it on the mound. UConn, UNC Wilmington. Is anybody going just UNC Wilmington? Not going to overthink it. Them on the money line, gone. I think I'm kind of in. I mean, we still have work to do on UConn. They went to Arizona and did some good work, right? Wilmington, could they play? I don't have anything on the 10.5. UC San Diego, Louisiana Lafayette, 10. That scares me. UT Rio Grande Valley and Lamar. Now, we had some talk on this in the morning show. Anybody going? RTGV, UT RGV, UT Rio Grande Valley. Minus 115 money line on both sides. I don't know what to do with that total. They could blast this total. That's going to be a fun game. All right, Utah, UC Santa Barbara. All right, so we're on UC Santa Barbara, money line from the morning show. Tizzle was speaking about Utah team total under. And UC Santa Barbara has been handing out L's to people. They're not scoring many runs. Like 4 rough games back to back. Yeah, man. No doubt. All right. So Santa Barbara, I'm all in. Minus 230 on the money line. God, that total is so low, 9. But I'm with Tizzle here in continuing to ride the trend in the Utah team total under. I like your look on that, bro. Kansas, Minnesota, 12.5 standard fare. We've seen runs. I can't come out and say, hey, jump on this. But you're going to get some runs in that game. Coastal Carolina, Texas, 10. A total of 10. All right, so Texas minus 298 on the money line. So let's put this in perspective. Texas's money line price against Coastal Carolina is the exact same money line price as Clemson versus South Carolina. Does that change anything? Does it solidify anything? What you think in this game? Whale said squad ride is ECU Clemson, I think. Hey, let's go. All right, so you know you're going to get excellent pitching here, but Texas is hitting, man. Yeah, Coastal is worth a sprinkle. Texas might be one of those teams to take a total. Look, man, like this total scares me because Whale is right. Coastal could go down. Where's this in Houston? Coastal can give you that work on a Friday. Ooh. But man, you know, the concerns that we have had with Texas years previous of, buddy, they look like the real deal Holyfield right now. That total of 10 is, oh, yeah. Well, that number is too hard to pass on. Their staff is that good. Yeah. Talking about Coastal. Yeah. So that's a game. You're gambling hard. Money lines, total for sure. I don't have a play in the total, but I'm fascinated to watch it. We've got it in the parlay. So if we want that total, if you want to knock it down a run or two, you could do that. You could do it. All right. Here's the question: Virginia Tech, Texas A&M, 10. 8-2 gets us there. 6-4 gets us there. 7-3 gets us there. All right, here's the other thing. If you're playing the over, not that I'm concerned about a run rule, but we just need one run from Virginia Tech to protect us from the run rule on an over 10. Okay. And even that might not have come to play. But if we could get a couple runs from Virginia, look, Virginia Tech could win this game. The books have more confidence in Texas over Coastal Carolina than they do Texas A&M over Virginia Tech. Not that that means the world to anything, but if you're a comparison type person. All right, but that total is playable. All right, we'll roll through these. Jeff, AB, are we playing anything on MTSU? Grandkids may go, so I'm going to bet on it. Got to figure out something fast. Hang tight, buddy. Let me pull it up real quick. I like the over 11. Yeah, Jeff, Illinois State, Middleton. I like the over 11. Nice weather. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate MTSU plus 105. To be honest with you, they can hit. I don't know enough about Illinois State, but I think we get a good game here, man. All right. Let me get back to where we were. All right. Finish it up. Virginia Tech, Texas A&M. Virginia Tech is very sneaky. They can win this game. We bet on them already. Virginia Tech is solid, man. That is not a bad club. Yeah, Jeff, Tim Fort on it. Thanks. Let's go, my man. I love it. All right. Pacific Grand Canyon. Greg's on Grand Canyon money line. Nothing from here on the total 11.5. Oregon, Arizona. I'm frightened on what to do with this total of 12 in this game. Oregon's a perfect one, 8-0. And Arizona, I've got to think Arizona now, whether or not they can accomplish it. This could be a spot, though. Oregon due for a loss. Arizona looking to start a series of just correct. That plus 220 is dangerous right there on Arizona money line. And I'm not saying go with it. I'm not fading Oregon, but yeah. 90s in Arizona today. Ball should fall even at night. Yep. Watch out. Sacramento State and Cal, nothing for me here. A total of 10.5. Michigan, San Diego, minus 115, minus 115. They haven't budged on that one. Total of 11. USC, Cal Poly. All right, now I'm going to be honest. I'm scared of betting any totals with USC, and I'm scared of betting any totals with Hawaii. And I say that out of respect. USC is dominant right now. Loving the Trojans, man. They're looking good. The problem is that their pitching is 90s Braves, man. They are just shutting fools down left and right. So there's a total of 9, and I don't want to bite on that. But shout out to SC, though. They're looking good. Minus 195. They're worth a look. Washington State, Long Beach State. All right, we played the BYU Long Beach State total the other night and hit that over. Long Beach State can hit. I don't trust Washington State, though. Tizzle, USC has 4 shutouts. Only Texas and Clemson have a better team RA. There you go. I mean, USC is just crushing. Oh, also, by the way, real quick, and we'll finish up. If you haven't checked your email, all right, check it for the newsletter. All right, I sent, we'll have the shows for the day, but I'm also going to include a lot of other, not a lot, but I'm also going to include other links and things that aren't necessarily like us. Like in this one today, we've got all of the rotations for all the teams in college baseball all throughout the weekend, gridded out like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So check your email in there. It's going to be a ton of stuff. I promise that it's valuable and it won't be the same thing over and over. I promise you, it'll be different every day. But I just want to make it a super value add to what we're doing. So yeah, when you see them come through, no doubt. And if you have any suggestions, any things that that you want in there, I'll do anything that you want, right? Whatever works, whatever makes sense, we'll do it. So yeah, check that out. Tizzle said, I got an email from DTL today. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right. So USC Cal Poly, I'm scared, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to take that up. I'm scared to play a total because USC is just crushing on the mound. So Long Beach State, 10.5 again. Don't know Well, I don't trust enough of Washington State. Xavier, Cal State, Fullerton. Bring this full screen. Nothing from me here. Ball State and Hawaii, same thing. The Hawaii Regional continues. Is anybody saying, AB, hey, don't care your thoughts on the total on Hawaii. I just take Hawaii money line in a parlay. I understand. I get it. Hawaii is looking the real deal, man. That Hawaii Regional is a real thing. So, yeah. Scotty said, you feeling the Hawaii over? The launch pad? I love it. All right. Yeah. I'm a little scared on it, but I do like Hawaii money line. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's what we have. Those are all the games. So let me pull the picks back up here, and then we'll bounce out of here because I know it's Friday, and I don't want to keep you too terribly long. Bosses, let everybody out early today. Let's go. All right, UCLA, Tennessee, over 9. I'm in. Florida, Miami, over 11.5. I'm in. Now, I'm already in on Virginia Tech, Texas A&M, over 10, but I put it to you as a question. If you'd like to play, here we go. If not, you can choose your own adventure in this book. Go to page 95, and we'll skip right over that one. All right. And then if you want to parlay to have some fun, Coastal Carolina, Texas, over 10. Virginia Tech, Texas A&M, over 10. Nebraska, Auburn, over 9. And again, if you would like to bring those totals down, you could probably drop them 2 runs apiece, meaning Coastal Carolina, Texas, over 8. Virginia Tech, Texas A&M, over 8. Nebraska, Auburn, over 7. Maybe you have to adjust 1 run or so in there. And you could probably you probably reduce that to around 200 plus 200. But again, that's not a bad strategy if you're looking to do totals and a parlay with those. Okay, perfect. We'll get out of here. Everyone, have a wonderful rest of your Friday. It's going to be a great day, and it's going to be a great weekend, and it's only beginning. Remember, all these games, all these tournaments, we're running it back tomorrow and Sunday. We'll be live tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. But until then, everybody, best of luck. It's Cassie's Tickets. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.